Hello there, it's Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is currently inked for January. Yay, and the crowd goes wild. You may notice something new is sitting here, or you may not have. That's okay too. I don't know if you remember, I have to get it. I don't know if you remember in my previous video and in my journal lineup for Vlogmas Day 7, that was in the journal lineup was in that video. I talked about the Oasis, and I love this notebook. And I had originally, I did the Diamine Inkvent swatches in the Oasis. Love having that. That's going to be my series notebook for series like Diamine Inkvent, or maybe 30 inks, 30 days. Yeah, that's how you say it. And I was originally going to use this for any swatches I do, currently inked, new inks, all the stuff. I just found that this was too small for me. This was too small. Because remember, I was going to do this. This is my book from 2023, and I have all my currently inks in here that I've done so far. But that one was too big. This one was too small. And like Goldilocks, I found just the right notebook. So yeah, this is an MD B6 Slim that I'm going to use. The paper is a bit on the yellow side, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The ink is just going to be different. That's all. The cover is that cover I told you about. What is that? It's a C word. I'll insert the word here. But I bought a cover for it as well, because I love these covers rather than having leather covers for swatching, because yeah, I don't want to get inks on it. I already got ink on my other journal one. I've decided just to have these covers. These are really good. These are MD. I'll put a link or description or something about these covers and where you can find them. So, and if you saw my last post, I posted where Yakuri, some store in Portland where I actually got this. There's a actual post where I talked about, oh my God, I was in heaven. Get back to currently inked. We're not talking notebooks, we're talking currently inked. Woo! Okay. So let's get to, so I prepped this here, and I have my little card underneath so I can stay in line, because last year for currently inked, I kind of went all over the place, and I want to be consistent. I love to have, oh, that's not working either. I love to have things organized, and anyway, this currently inked for January. I was only going to use Diamine Inkvent inks, and I decided I'm going to use a bit more than that, because the inks I inked up for December, I hardly wrote, and so there's pens here from December that I really want to use up the ink. I don't like dumping ink. I just don't. I want to use them all up. Anyway. Except for 2 inks. Oh my goodness, those 2 inks I will not be using. That was Pannonia K10. That was that bluish one that was originally in my Pelikan Golden Barrel. And then I had a tiny bit left of the pink squirrel, and I dumped that. I actually did dump that. So in my December ink report, you'll see all about that. So most pens that I ink up are in, here I go again. Why can't I have what I need near me? Duh. Most pens, when I ink up, this is my case that I use. I can fit 6 inks in here, so I usually ink up 6, maybe 7, maybe inks at a time. But I also, in my previous video, I think the one right before this one, I told you guys about this. This holds inks, pens there. So I decided, because I had inks from December, and I wanted to try some Diamine Inkvent inks, I decided to ink up 10. I know! What is the world coming to? 10 pens! Oh my god. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I've already started using it, and you can see that in, I did a short with some transcribing. Oh, I love. Oh my goodness. So, you never know. I might be a 10 ink type of person per month. Who knows? Anyway. Center back. God, there's so many squirrel moments I have, but that's just me. So I think we will get started. Yeah, let's just get started. First pen up is, and one of the things I'm doing, you know how I love to have different ways to swatch my inks? You know that, right? So for Diamine Inkvent, I use my folded nib. This is such a cool thing. I love doing that. And I actually put them all in my my common planner. I'm going to show you a picture of that. So there's the folded nib that I use. There is also, my stainless steel Kakimori nib that I like to use, and a couple others. But I think I'm going to do something, and then Q-tips I like to use as well. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I saw someone use, so I'm going to try it out. And you know what? You try things out, and then you find out you like them or you don't. And that's the end of that. Okay, first pen is the Jinhao 9019. It's an extra fine nib, and it will be inked up in, some of you all need to go out the way because it's not your turn yet. It will be inked up in this scented ink. So this is one of the ones from Inkvent, 2023 Inkvent. This is Sweet Dreams. It's a scented ink, and the problem I had before was the other scented ink was Cinnabon, and that feathered a lot. And I really want to see if this does the same thing. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I won't be disgusted. So, let's see. So yes, I'm going back to my strip. I love having a strip of color. I prefer having a strip of color. Close that up, and then we'll just use the pen. Why not, right? And this one is Jinhao 9019, and it is extra fine nib. And the ink is Diamine Sweet Dreams. Alrighty. Sweet. Second one up is another Diamine. This is Early Dusk. It's a really pretty, blue. And this is a standard ink as well. And this one I have inked up in my Pilot Vanishing Point Decimo. This is the smaller size aluminum pen. I love this pen. I still want to get the regular size one in matte sometime this year. Oh, sugar flip and a half. This is the Pilot. Now we got to shorten that. And this nib is fine. It is fine. And we have Diamine Early Dusk. Okay, so there is that one. Next up is, which is kind of cool. I like one of my favorites from Diamine Ink. Oh my god. I think this and Velvet Emerald or Velvet Emerald, and there's maybe 3 or 4 that are my faves. And there is actually a review of Diamine inks coming, Diamine Vlogmas coming. I'm still trying to get my thoughts around that one. So I love the deep. I don't know if any of you have Diamine Writer's Blood. I absolutely fell in love with that color, and I used it. I used it for actually 2 sessions, 2 back-to-back, currently inked. This pen, before I go on, this pen is the newest acquisition. The last pen I purchased in 2023. This is the Monteverde Super Mega Carbon Fiber, and it has an Omniflex lib. So I haven't, I want to do some experimenting with it, so that's why I wanted to include it. Oh, so delicious. Look at that color. I hope that the sheen is, well, I'll show you in a minute. Next one I'm going to be using is something when I did my pen collection, my 2023 pen collection video, and one of the things that I noticed is I hadn't used my Pilot Metropolitan pen in forever, so I'm using it. And in this one, I put the Diamine Masquerade. I think it's such a gentle, this is shimmer, right? Yes. Such a gentle color, but I wouldn't say it packs a punch, but it definitely lays down some serious, beautiful color that I'm hoping will be picked up. Thank you. I'm using the back of my glass dip pen. I was disappointed. And the reason is, let me tell you the reason why. Because I bought those Q-tips in the UK and I really don't like how they operate. I don't. And I didn't have any more of the Q-tips you get here in the States. And so I haven't purchased any more yet. So I thought, you know what? Let me use the back of this thing and we'll see. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the Pilot medium nib, and it is the Diamine. My handwriting is all over the place right now. That's okay, as long as I'm okay with it. Alrighty, next one up is the Bucks Fizz. This is, I like this color. I like this color. I'm going to put a period at the end of that sentence. I like this color. This is just, all of this is a test run right now. All of these Diamine inks. I picked inks, except for Bah Humbug, which I love, and it was going to be used this month. All of these other inks, oh, and Masquerade too. All of these other inks are just, I want to see what you're made of. And so that's why Bucks Fizz is in there as well. Because I was okay with it, but it was so light. And it's not coming up light here. It's kind of okay. So there you go. And I inked it up in my new Pelikan, my first Pelikan. I will give it that adjective. This is my first Pelikan, because there will be more. My Pelikan M200 Golden Barrel. I just love this pen. I think it's so adorable. I don't know if you can see the pen body is glittery, kind of. Oh, just sweetness. The only thing I worry about with this is I've inked it up only in shimmer ink so far, not even thinking about it, just putting gold in it. And I think I'm going to have a hard time cleaning it. I should shake that up a bit. I think I'm going to have a hard time cleaning it, and I need to put in non-shimmer inks in this pen from now on, because it's a fine nib. So this is I'm not sure I like how it lays down color, and it could just be the shimmer, or anyway, when I ink this up in a regular standard ink, we'll see. And the ink is Diamine. See, it's just not laying down color as it should. I need to see if that's the ink, but look at that. See all that shimmer there? I think maybe it's some sort of blockage. Maybe, who knows? I'm gonna use it. I might actually just clean it out, dump the ink, clean it out, and then put the ink back in. I know it just makes no sense, but I think that's what I might be doing with it. Alrighty, next ink up is, what's the next ink up? These are the ones that are, the next inks are the ones that are carrying over from December, because I had all these inks left that I wanted to use. So the first one up is, oh, we're out of order here, people. Let's get in order. Don't get me confused. The next one up is, I think this is it. Green Ostrich. I love this color. This is an Octopus Fluids ink, and it's so, so beautiful. And I love the color, the olivey green color of it. So pretty. Alrighty, put that one over there. And I've inked this up from December in the Jinhao X750. This is my bullet. This is the only bullet I probably will ever own. So this is Jinhao X750, and it is a medium nib. What do we have here? Alrighty. Love that. Love that pen so much. Next up we have, I cannot believe, because this is Pannonia Ink Lab L18, and this is one of the ones I really didn't kind of fancy when I did. This is from an ink flight, and I really wasn't fancying the ink, and here it is. This is the second month that I'm using it. What the flip? You know, I want to do that. I'm going to, do I want to put one more there? Nope. I'm going to shift. I'm going to shift over because I don't want to crowd the stuff, and I have room over here. Ooh, I just dropped my glass. I'm hoping that I didn't crack. Doesn't feel sharp. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, this one is, let's get a swatch first. This is really pretty. I don't know what I was thinking before. I really don't know what I was thinking. It is just so sweet. Such a lavendery color that almost you'd find in a baby clothes or something. It's just so sweet. Okay, this pen is, I didn't show you the pen. This is the #1 pen for 2023. This is my Leonardo MZG. Yes. Alrighty. And this is medium. And the ink is, what did I say this was? Just love. Love, love. How did I not know about pens before, like the last year? How did I not know that this joy existed? Okay, moving on. Next one is, I'm so glad I bought the other Jinhao X450. I'm so glad that I didn't just leave it at that, the other one, because that's a stinker. I don't like that one. Oh, this, oh, I didn't even show it to you. I need to show it to you. 1 second. Let me just put this down here and not waste it. This is what I call, me and one of the ladies who comments, Donna, we call this baby poop green, because it looks like baby poop green. This is from the Inkflight Inkabara Dare Brown. I love this color, and it is inked up in this yellow thing, big old yellow piece of writing instrument. This is the Jinhao. I'm doing the Jinhao thing again. I mean, if you like the thing, you like a thing, right? X450, and this is a medium nib, and we are Inkabara. How can I forget from 1 second to the next? Inkabara, Dear Brown, number 610. How can I forget from 1 second to the next? I just said the name out loud. Anyway, we're not worried about that. Next one is, this is another one from an ink flight. This one is Octopus Fluids Write and Draw. And this one is Petrol Axolotl. I wonder who came up with that name? Not petrol, axolotl. Who came up with that name? I love you, because that is so cool. Okay, just look at that beautiful teal. Just magical. Come on, I want just a little bit more. Alrighty, I'm gonna dip you again. My gosh, seriously? Gotta be that temperamental? Alright, look at that deep, deep, deep hue. So gorgeous. And that one is inked up in one of my favorite pens to use. This is the TWSBI Diamond 580 in Iris. This is the... And this is a fine nib, and we have it in... So gorgeous. Okay, so you notice I have one more pen over here, one more pen. This beauty is my narwhal. This is my first narwhal. There's a couple more that I want to get. I bought this at the Pacific Northwest Pen Show last July, but the nib, I haven't used this because the nib, it has baby's bottom. Let's just put it that way. So look at that, just oh. Every time I see this pen, I just rejoice in how beautiful it is. So let me give you the heads up. A couple of things I want to tell you about. I was going to use the Diamine Lavender Frost. Nah, I'm just not a fan of this one. So I've decided instead to use a new ink that I have not even swatched yet, but I'm going to swatch later. This is Sailor Manyo Fuji. I'm going to use this one. But there's stuff that happened. This pen, the nib, does not write properly at all. And I just didn't want to be frustrated with it. So I'm going to use the Kakimori nib to write. The nib, I've reached out to the store that sold it to me, and I was hoping by the time I recorded this video that I would have the new nib, but I don't. The shipment has been delayed, so I'll show you that another time. Maybe I'll do the ink report and write with it for the ink report. But it is this ink. This is Sailor Manyo Fuji. Oh my god, can you just, oh. I am in awe of ink and the things it can do. I'm just, oh. Wait till you see this sucker finish when oh my goodness. See, it's starting already. It is starting. A little bit more in the end there. So as I said, I'm going to ink this up or write with my Kakimori nib because I am not using that nib right now. Just absolutely not. Are you getting in there any? Okay. And this, I'm gonna write the name of the pen, but I'm just not gonna use the pen. And this nib is, what is this nib? This is a fine nib as well, I think. I'm so surprised that I've become a fine ink person. And the ink is Sailor Manyo Fuji. Okay, so there you have currently inked for January. I just love the color. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about the color. I cannot tell you. This lineup really makes me feel really good. And if you'll know, I think I talked about it, maybe I didn't, I'll talk about it again. Anyway, bear with me. I don't know if you can see right there, it says ink report. So instead of having, like I did for here, this was just a bit much for me. I love all of this, but I didn't need to do all of this. So what I've decided to do is just put the number here. Maybe I even have space, if you look at it, I even have space to put maybe a few words about it, but not a lot. But the reason I don't need the space anymore is because I'm putting the notes here in my binder, my pairings binder, so I don't need to have it here. I'm excited about these colors. Anyway, I'm excited about these colors, and I'm hoping that you can see some of the shimmer in these three especially. I'm hoping that the camera is picking that sucker up. And look at that. Just, oh my goodness. These are the ones that have different properties, these four. And oh, I'm so pleased with this lineup. I'm really pleased. Doesn't that look juicy? That looks so juicy. Anyway, I'm doing 10 pens. Lord help me. Oh, I'm doing 10 pens in January. And we'll wait for the ink report at the end of the month. Anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do. And you know, whilst you're at it, go ahead and like the video too. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Bye.